Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Ketu in Mula. It is in Sagittarius and will go into Mula on 14th of January and remain there till 22nd of September. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton and I'm talking about Ketu in Mula. And what can you expect from Ketu in Mula? So, couple of basic information. All the dates that I'm giving are of the mean node. There are two calculations of Rahu Ketu. There's a true node and a mean node. So my calculations are all mean node. In your software, you can find under the settings which one to use. So I'm using the mean node, and the mean node will go into Mula on 14th of January and remain there till 22nd of September 2020. Now, this is quite an important transit for Ketu. It's changing nakshatra. It stays for a long time. And therefore, if you have a planet placed in Mula, then Ketu will go over that planet. So Ketu transits are never easy to deal with. It is important to watch for them. And normally it's about a week, 10 days when Ketu goes exactly over your planet when some issue will come up. And Ketu is a past life planet. And usually I've found that something regarding expense or something you owe somebody, some relative or friend may suddenly show up as well. And it's very hard to judge how Ketu will actually react, because Ketu brings you what you deserve, not what you want. So you can be deserving a lot and very positive stuff as well. So Mula is means the root, and this is the root of our creation, and this is where all our attachments are there. So Ketu wants to cut away the root. And remember, Ketu comes right at the end of Sagittarius, and now it's going towards the beginning of Sagittarius. So its role is opposite. So one of the things that he will encourage you all to do is to cut away everything and break away from old patterns and restrictions. And it is better not to cut away everything. You have to think it is time that I need to trim my tree of life. I need to sort out some things, but I don't need to remove every attachment. I don't need to cut and be destructive. So do take care that you're not being destructive and negative. Now, in this Ketu's transit in Mula, there is only one conjunction with the planet, and that is Mars on 23rd of March. That will be a stressful day, but otherwise Ketu doesn't make any conjunction. On a monthly basis, Moon will conjoin. I don't look at the Moon conjunctions, but every month Moon will conjoin Ketu for few hours. But Mars conjunction in March, and then there is no solar eclipse in Mula. The solar eclipse in Mula took place on 26th of December, while Ketu was not in Mula. So during Ketu's transit in Mula, there will be a lunar eclipse on 5th of July, but there is no solar eclipse in Mula. So we just get one further eclipse to watch out for. I'll make a video nearer the time about the lunar eclipse as well. And so it's going through the transit. It's a very spiritual place because Ketu rules this nakshatra as well. So he's in his own nakshatra, and he is making us think about our past lives, about our spiritual roots, our material roots, what keeps us attached. And as I told you, he wants to detach us from everything. So don't go into that. Don't, go accept that impulse, because you will take that impulse on, and then Ketu can have a destructive element. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, but they are no longer in the same nakshatra. Ketu is going to be in Gandanta for 1 month, from 7th of September to 7th of October. And it moves signs on 22nd of September. So you see that it will be in Gandanta first in Sagittarius and then go into Scorpio. So this is an important time to be conscious of and to be aware of. It is unsettled, but it is not with any other planet. There is no difficult energy. This is just a normal transition. So if we take care of these transitions, then the transitions take care of us. How does Ketu affect you? So generally, Ketu's transit is not regarded as an easy transit. So whatever nakshatra he goes through, then that nakshatra, if you especially have planets placed there, and it can affect it in a negative way. If you're looking at it purely from a material point of view, Ketu is a karaka for moksha, for spirituality, for studying of Jyotish, studying astrology. This is a good time to do that as a remedy. If you're thinking only materially, then Ketu is not interested. Ketu is the mendicant, and he's in his own nakshatra. He is encouraging you to give up even all your material ties. So be very conscious of it. So Ketu nakshatras, of course, the main Ketu nakshatra is Mula, but Ashwini as well as Magha, the 3 Ketu nakshatras mean that there is going to be something about letting go, especially if you have moon in Mula or you have any planet in Mula, then it is intense. It's like a rebirth time. And look at the exact degree when the transit is. Ketu is very headless, so you can feel a bit headless about it. As far as Magha is concerned, you may want to give up your job. You may find that is very pressurized. So, again, don't just rush in and give it up. Try to think of some creative ways of dealing with it. Purva Ashada and the Venus Nakshatra. So the Venus Nakshatras are Bharani, Purva Phalguni, and Purva Ashada. Now Jupiter is in Purva Ashada. I made a video about Jupiter in Purva Ashada. It's just moved into Purva Ashada. But we have these 3 nakshatras. This is a good transit. Generally, Ketu will not be that difficult on these 3 nakshatras. It'll encourage you more to be spiritual and work with that aspect. Uttara Ashada. Uttara Ashada are the sun nakshatras. So let's look at it. Kritika, Uttara Phalguni, and Uttara Ashada. Uttara Ashada especially needs to be careful because Saturn is there. So if you have moon or ascendant in Uttarashada, then Saturn is both giving you strength and giving you stress. But Ketu for Uttarashada is a reasonably good transit. He's not activating too much. He can be some friends. Issues can dominate for you. Shravana, Ketu is in your 25th nakshatra. So that is not so easy for you. And the moon nakshatras, Rohini, Hasta, and Shravana, all of you, the Ketu can bring some unexpected obstacles, but it is Shravana that is dealing with it in the more difficult manner. And so your mind is everywhere, and being spiritual is important. This is a great time for you to study Jyotish, Vedic astrology. It's a great time for you to do something more spiritual. That is the best way to deal with it. This is specifically for Shravana. Then we look at Dhanishta. Dhanishta, the Mars nakshatra. So we do Mrigasira, Chitra, Dhanishta, the 3 Mars Nakshatra. This is an average okay transit for you, quite good. Only if you have planets placed here, then there may be some disturbance, but generally Ketu is wanting to be beneficial for you. Shatabhishak, the Rahu Nakshatras, Shatabhishak, Ardara, and Swati. So this is not an easy transit for you. There can be obstacles, difficulties. So take care around this time and take care with this transit. Purva Bhadra, the Jupiter Nakshatra. So we have Punarvasu, Vishakha, Purva Bhadra. This is a good transit for you. There are opportunities. You can plan and organize yourself, and things can work out for you, especially with Ketu type of activities. Remember that Ketu will reward you if you are doing something alternative, spiritual. He's not interested in money. However, he can give you money and everything. That is part of his nature, but it's not what he's normally trying to give you. Uttarabhadra is the Saturn Nakshatra. So Pushya, Anuradha, Uttarabhadra. This is a tough transit for you. Ketu can bring unexpected difficulty. You may find some feeling of suffering or obstacles coming your way. So it is important to be careful. Mercury Nakshatras, Revati, Ashlesha, and Jeshta. This is a good transit for you. It is a promising wealth, but Ketu is not interested in wealth. So you can get opportunities, wealth of ideas, wealth in a spiritual way. But Ketu is not stopping you from profiting from life as well. So this is a great transit for you. So as a reminder to you all that Ketu is itself a unusual transit. He's not encouraging any material gain. So if we are thinking this Ketu has gone into Mula, it will make us materially very comfortable. That is not what his job is. So we have to think that Ketu is enlivening some spiritual aspect in us. So study some spiritual books, do some good work, give back old karma. That is what is the best thing. That means that you're paying back your old karma, letting go slowly some attachments that are ready to be let go. Not every attachment is ready to be let go. So some of them are ready to be let go. So do that. And thank you. And do remember to subscribe and press the bell notification. Appreciate you all very much.